Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. And I guess what I need to say for those of you who are watching on replay is here we are. It's my seventh Facebook Live. It's hard for me to imagine. I've done seven of these. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it. And I hope that you think so too, and that you're getting some value out of what I'm saying and telling you all about. So I'm here to talk about gift giving and gratitude. And I want to start with gratitude. I a friend of mine has an amazing community, and she just posted today about a TED Talk. And the TED Talk was asking for what you need. And I realized that I did that. Friday was my birthday, and I asked for more people in this community, in this group, because I'm really enjoying it. I wish I had done it years ago. I can't believe it took me this long. Anyway, and I asked, and ask and ye shall receive. We've gathered 50 people since Friday, 50 fabulous new community members who've been really active in our recent conversations. And I want to really thank you for doing that. It's so rewarding. So thank you. And that's part of my gratitude. Here we are, the week before Thanksgiving, and there's a lot with 2020 that is not ideal. But I'd like to think that there's really a lot that is ideal. And my birthday was such a celebration for me. I had my husband and my daughter absolutely spoiled me rotten. I had people from all over the world send me well wishes and cards and texts and greetings. And I felt so loved. So thank you to all of you and to those of you joining us. So that's what the gratitude portion of today's conversation is. And I would love if you have any comments and want to talk about gratitude, that's great. It's about organizing solutions, but it's also about giving back. And that's what I'm hopefully doing for you. So I asked you all for clutter-free gift giving ideas for the upcoming holidays, and especially ones that worked for our current pandemic situation. And you guys, wow, I'm blown away. It was fantastic. And I think because kind of some of my go to solutions, such as, um, you know, uh, museum memberships or theater subscription tickets, aren't really valid right now. They just, this weekend, have just closed all of the Smithsonian's. Today is November 22nd, 2020, in case you're watching the rerun. Um, and so all of the theater, I mean, Broadway shut down till at least May of next year. So some of those go-to gift solutions, meals out with friends, just aren't going to be happening really right now. So I asked for clutter-free gift-giving solutions for the current situation we're in, and you guys really came through. The first and foremost one that I love is cash. Cash is king, and I don't know why people feel that it's not um, friendly and warm. When my friends' kids have birthdays, I always try to give them the dollar amount of their birthday. So if they're 13, 13 crisp dollar bills, so that they can take that money and spend it the way they want. When friends are getting married, I always try to give them a combination of kind of their wedding year, month, and day, some kind of mathematical combination. I put it in a little poem and give them the cash. It makes it special because you've been thoughtful about how much you gave them. I love that there's a tradition in the Jewish culture to use, I think it's, oh, you guys are going to have to tell me, is it 17 or 19? I think it's 17. Multiplication of 17 or 19 that brings good luck. And that's what people often give for bar bat mitzvahs. Anyway, all to say, I think cash is a great gift. You know that there won't be clutter created because the gift recipient is going to buy exactly what they want. My mother-in-law gives me cash, and I love it because then I treat myself to things I wouldn't normally, like a mani-pedi. Probably not right now, but in the future, drinks with friends. I'll probably splurge on skincare or maybe body wash or bath lotions or body lotions, things of that nature, things that are going to pamper myself. Um, in this current COVID climate. So I'd say first and foremost, go for cash. But I had some great other suggestions, and they were things like, oh, well, let's talk about kids. I love the idea of a toy subscription for children. It keeps the toys rotating and keeps things fresh. And here, I live in Arlington, Virginia. There's an amazing toy subscription service called the Toy Nest, just over in Falls Church. And then also nationally, there's the Toy Library. So if you know somebody with young kids who are probably getting a little bored of their toys now that they're home all the time, a toy subscription service could be a great solution. And they're very COVID aware. They wipe everything down. Also, I love this idea of subscription boxes for crafts, for coding, for culture. There's all kinds of kids' subscription boxes. And if your kids enjoy things like that, it comes in the mail once a month. They can get really excited. They're not expensive. And I love those with a caveat. If your kids do them, I have been in some homes where I have seen crates of kiwi crates, just literally dozens that the kids lost interest in. So give it a try, maybe do a short subscription and see if your kids are interested. And if they are, then continue with those. But that's a great consumable time, something that you can get excited about. So those are just a few ideas for kids. For women, well, if you're like me, you're going to love makeup. And I thought somebody suggested maybe having an actual appointment with a makeup artist for a kind of a refresh. And I think that's a fantastic idea for new methods of applying things, how to use brushes, how to get out the door quick and easy, what kind of five, you know, key cosmetics you need. I think that's a wonderful idea. Same idea with skincare. And this would be a one-on-one, and it could be virtual, and maybe get a few samples that you can try in the comfort of your own home. So I love those ideas about really, updating our look. A great idea is a stylist, an appointment with a stylist. And again, this can be done virtually. You don't have to invite somebody into your home to do a closet or fashion edit. So I love those ideas. Now, for families, there's tons of ideas, but I really liked for an older uh, member of your family, someone in the chat, Barbara, suggested this thing called Storyworth, and I had never heard of it. Fantastic. You subscribe to it, and they send each week a very unique question, an email to your loved one that they can hopefully answer and maybe even attach some photographs or something. This is something, don't tell. I think I'm going to get my older sister for Christmas so that we capture those family stories. I mean, people are dying off. All of my parents are dead. I wonder if my mother-in-law would do it. She doesn't really do email. I'll think about that. But I would love to get these stories captured. So Storyworth. And I'm going to do a PDF. I'm going to have links for all of these things. So if you're not writing this down, don't worry. Or if you're watching it in replay, it'll be in it'll either be in the file or it might be on my website on a landing page. I have to work that out. But I'll definitely give you all of these suggestions in a PDF. Another great suggestion somebody said was a Wi-Fi enabled digital frame. So your loved ones plug it in and you can literally send updated photos to it from your phone. So no memory sticks or anything of that. As long as your loved one has Wi-Fi and a magical digital frame, which actually also changes how the aspect is. So if it's a portrait, it will make it look like a portrait. If it's a landscape, it props it. I don't know, but it just sounded amazing. It's gotten millions of five-star reviews. So I thought those were two excellent ideas for families, older family members. And let me know if you have any comments. I don't see any comments, but that could be my computer. Anyway, and then there's just some great ideas for anybody. I love the idea of supporting local restaurants and sourcing a restaurant near your loved one so that you could get them a, gift certificate. We did this certainly for my mother-in-law, both in her home in Maine and in Texas, and I think that was really appreciated. Someone suggested getting them a professional photo shoot. And I think this is brilliant because they're expensive, especially for younger family members. But if somebody gave that to me and we could go and have an outdoor, socially distanced photo shoot, I think that's a great idea. And then you can give all of those pictures and frames to your loved ones for the holidays. So that's a gift that would certainly keep on giving. All kinds of nationwide and local food delivery. And I love a consumable. Somebody mentioned a wine advent calendar, um, uh, Chinese food, lobster. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So definitely look into something like that because that's not going to create any clutter. It might create a few extra pounds on the waistline, but it won't create any clutter. Another one was just homemade food. And I loved this idea of making cookies or candies at home, wrapping them up and sending them through. A few people mentioned that they were going to actually have kind of a Zoom with their loved ones on the holidays to open presents. And we just did this on Friday for my birthday. My daughter's in England, and she logged on for 2 hours and watched me open gifts, drink champagne, open her cards. It was really kind of magical. So I encourage you to do that. It's not strange at all because there was no lag time. So someone mentioned that, and how delightful if they can open a gift that you made them of a handmade bread or cake and eat it. Some other gifts that have been big crowd pleasers, at least in our family, is car wash or car detailing gift certificates. My dad always wanted his car looking really spick and span. And so I would get him that for Christmas every year, and he absolutely loved it. Same thing again with people who are older who can't wash their own cars. That's a wonderful, wonderful solution. And then, of course, there's the you fill in the blank of the month club. Somebody in the chat mentioned, I think it was TZ, mentioned that she gets her mother-in-law a new fresh bouquet every month. And her mother-in-law really enjoys it. She's not able to get out. And to bring that inside for her is such a beautiful gift. There's wine of the club, brandy of the month, all of those different things. So if you can shop local, that's great. But of course, there's nationwide people who can provide those services. And kind of the most, the one that really warmed my heart and one that I love and one that I've done is donating to a charity of that person's choice and really choosing something that resonates with them. And more than one person on the chat mentioned this. And I just thought that is the gift that keeps on giving, right? It doesn't create any clutter in our home, and it really gives back to whatever community resonates with you. So I love that idea, and I'm so glad that you all shared that. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is that a few weeks ago, I did put a spreadsheet on ordering holiday gifts, kind of what your budget is, what you've spent, where you ordered it from. And for me, that's already proved really valuable. There's a few gifts that my family have asked for that I've ordered, and I just got a notice that one of them's not in stock already. It's not even Thanksgiving, people, and that item is out of stock. So I encourage you to go back into the file, take a look for that PDF about, it's a gift giving kind of worksheet that you can print out to just track the orders that you're going to be making. I don't think a whole lot of us are going to be walking through the mall this year. I know I'm not. So if you think you're going to be doing more online ordering, I suggest that you do that. So I will leave this um, to give you guys some food for thought. I'll be putting this in my Tip Tuesday on Tuesday and creating a PDF for you with a bunch of links to these different places. And I thank you so much for being a part of my community. Here we are, my 7th Facebook Live. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it. Lucky number 7. And so thank you for your time. and let me know if I can help in any way. I'm going to sign off by saying that I'm C.Lee Cawley of Simplify You. I'll do it wrong every week, and it's who we are and it's what we do. So thanks so much, people. Take care. Bye bye.